another episode of TheJasmineTea. I'm your host, Jasmine, and tonight we're coming to you live from the Sidebar Film Center and Cinema in Birmingham, Alabama. This is my co-host, Ms. Olivia Barnes. Say hey to the people.
Hey guys.
Tonight we're going to be breaking down Bridgerton, episode 7. So make sure you send all of your questions, comments, and observations to TheJasmineTea.pc.com, or you can chat with us live in the comments here. And we also want to give a special shout out to Olivia's husband, Marcus. Hey, how you doing? Okay, now we're going to dive into our piping hot moments from episode 7. Okay, the season's almost over. It's a little bittersweet, but the first comment I saw was about Lady Violet.
Yes.
And that is Daphne's mom. And so some lady come in and said in the books they were wondering if Lady Violet ever remarried. You know, like her husband passed away, she's a widow. And so that just got me to thinking. I haven't read the books. Have you?
I have not read the books.
Yeah, I don't think I have time to read that many books no more.
No. Wikipedia.
Yeah, a nice summary of things. But it got me to thinking, like, okay, would it be nice to see Lady Violet date again? Or, you know, like, since her husband has passed away, you know, what would she look like on the
Right. I think she's a good match. I always love love. So I would not be upset if she had someone at one of these gay ones that they go to.
Yeah.
But I know it's not for her. So I think it'll be a little contradiction.
It'll be a bit great. Like, even if you look at Lady Danbury, her husband has passed away too. And she doesn't seem to be trying to
she is living life.
Yeah, like she seems like real secure in her singleness.
She's who I need to be when I get it.
Yeah, she is. I feel like if somebody hollered at Lady Violet though, she might holler at her.
Oh yeah.
No doubt. Just from how much she goes to the balls, it's like just a little more youthful.
She is. She kind of floats, you know?
I feel like her in a blue thing.
Yes.
Okay, next, I saw this cute little post and it said, which characters from Bridgerton would you like to be stranded on an island with? So if you're watching, tell us in the comments which character from Bridgerton, you can choose 2, would you like to be stranded on an island with?
I need to be with Daphne.
Okay,
I just want her. And I know I am so different about things like that, but she needs a big sister or a guidance.
So you swooping in for help.
Yes, she knows absolutely nothing about being a woman. And we saw that early on.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the conversation with her mother about, you know, like what goes on when you get married.
Yeah, when she finally went off on her mama for not teaching her nothing.
As she should.
Yeah.
Because she's just out here married and don't know what's the what with.
Bamboozle. So Daphne number 1, who's your number 2?
Lady Danbury.
Okay, why?
I just love her grace. I mean, she is effortless. She just makes everything feel complete.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love the way she stood up for, you know, our grace. So
she did.
She was amazing.
Okay, I think I would probably pick, I would pick Eloise because I feel like, you know, she's already searching for Lady Whistledown. I feel like she would be out there trying to find a way for us to escape this island.
She's a hustler.
Every day. She got that hustle in her. Next, I think I might just pick Lady Featherington.
Ooh.
Because she missed. You know, like, while Eloise is out looking for a way for us to escape, I feel like we can sit back and, like, crack open a coconut and just keep it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We were trapped on the island.
Okay. So you want her with tea?
I want her with the tea for the entertainment, and I'm going to let Eloise go work and find a way for us to get off the island. I'm going to just be on the island, kind of chilling, probably praying.
Okay.
While they do all this. Okay, our last piping hot moment.
Oh, we have comments. Hey, guys.
Jalea said that she would be on the island with Anthony. Now, I feel you, girl, because I do feel like he's the finest one out of the Bridgerton brothers. Benedict is cute, too, but I do feel like Anthony is the cutest. I also like Colin, but everybody keeps coming on here and telling me he's too young.
He is.
I'm going to let it go. Every guest I've had has been like this. So, he's a little cutie, but Anthony is cute.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, and Lady Danbury. So, you got a match here. Y'all have a clan. Okay. Our last piping hot moment is Bridgerton baby names. Now, that's pretty common. Like every popular show, people rush out and name their babies after them. Like I'm named after Jasmine Guy, who played Whitney in A Different World.
Okay, I love that.
Okay. My mom wanted to name me Frederica. So my dad's name is Frederick.
Okay.
And she wanted to name me Frederica. And you know, shout out to all the Fredericks in the world.
But that's not you.
It's not you. I'm happy my grandma was like, what about this?
Yeah.
What about this? Now, if you were to have a child one day, picking through Bridgerton names, which one might you?
I personally do not like those Renaissance names.
I ain't really feeling them either.
But since you asked the question of what name I would choose, probably Eloise. It's elegant. It's got some meaning to it. But now the rest of the brothers and sisters, the last sister, what is her name?
I can't even remember Bridgerton's name. No, like they be cute, running around in their little Easter looking dresses and stuff.
But that's it.
But I can't even remember their names. I feel like it's just not their time yet. So I don't really worry about them. But I would think Eloise too. I think it's cute. Like when I was like, oh, I cannot see a child at this point in my life. But it's a cute name.
It's a cute name. And I definitely like that. You remember the thought about it because I named after mine. So it was perfect, So we got that little bond.
Okay, now for our piping hot moments from Bridgerton episodes that y'all tell us. Let us know what you would name your Bridgerton baby in the comments. Piping hot moment number 1. Marina finally came clean to Colin. Now we know that Marina has got this little situation, as they like to say. She's pregnant. She's been looking for a baby daddy. I cannot blame sis for looking at Colin, okay? His family got wealth. Right. To be taken care of. Women back in that time didn't really seem to be able to generate much income on their own. Right. Like, or if they did, they were seen like lower in society. Like, take for example, the opera singers that Anthony is secretly in love with. She's earning her own paycheck. She's also not a lady in high society. Right. Like,
and let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What do we think that means? What makes you high society?
That's a good question. It seems to be like this creepy family lineage. Okay. Like, with the even if we look at like the royal family today, it's like they're royal because they were born into it. So it seems like you kind of gotta have this lineage of, I don't know, just wealth and titles or something to be in high society.
But that back then it's so crazy because how do you pick, like how they picked what is her name, to be the person that everyone wants to court?
Daphne.
How do you decide that?
Yeah, it seemed like the queen was just like, oh, she
right, let's roll with her.
I mean, she looks pure and virginal. Let's see. Yolanda says she would name her Bridgerton baby Penelope. I love that. Penny for short. Now you didn't add some sauce to it, Yolanda. I didn't think about a penny. That's cute.
Penny's cute. Penny's cute.
Penny is cute. And maybe Ale. I'm always saying in my mind now. I still don't know what this baby is. But I would like to name my daughters, like her middle name is to be Ale. Because like my middle name is Trudale. Okay. And I feel like Ale is like a little semblance of that. So it's kind of cute with Pink, Penelope, and Penny. I like that. Okay. I like that. So we're talking about the caste difference between high society, regular women out here earning their checks in Bridgerton. As we see, Miss Marina is not a member of the high society. She was trying to find a good baby daddy, landed on Colin, and now we're at the point in the story where the truth finally comes out. And he didn't even want to believe it.
The fact that he said that he, at the end of their conversation, that he would have been okay with it if she would have just been honest. I thought that was
how real do you think that is?
I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 10 for that part.
Imagine if your baby come home and be like, hey mom, my girlfriend is pregnant. But it's not mine.
It's not mine. Yeah, I don't know, but I thought that it was stupid of her in the first place. And I know that she's just trying to fit in because she kind of got shipped off.
Yeah, she
did. But I mean, it's got to be another way.
It's just shady.
It's shady.
And I feel like I'm glad he finally knows the truth because even though the guests have agreed that they probably would have been a good couple. I feel like their like for each other was genuine. Like she genuinely liked her. He genuinely liked her. But I just can't get down with the shade of it all. Like I understand, if you're gonna pick a baby daddy, pick one that's nice and take care of her. But it was still shady. And I think it was shady in the beginning since we know that Penelope is secretly in love with him. And I ride for Penelope. I'm still waiting for my girl Penelope over here. I just want her to say it. Yes. But at the same time, I feel like if Colin wants her, he needs to make, he would make that known too. Like, I just don't want Penelope chasing after Colin. Right. And not really giving herself the value and time or attention to other men that she deserves. Agreed. Like, don't just set all your eyes on this one horse, Yeah. Because he ain't even checking for you at all. I don't even think he sees her like I don't even think he probably sees her as like a little sister or something, or just, my friend.
Yeah.
Colin has gave no interest. I would be interested to see how that progresses. Like, if it goes on, if he like ever gives her a chance. We'll see. So Marina also tells Colin, like, as they're having this conversation, she tells him, do not speak his name. Because at one point he tells her, like, basically you trifling. Like, he tells her, you were dishonest, you lied to me. And she was like, hold up, you're not speaking to me. Like, basically saying none of us are perfect.
Right.
So how do you think he was being insensitive to her that way? Like, he's been raised in our society with money. And as we see, they seem to be, like, really strict about their morals and religion, you know. Not want to be caught up in no gossip. But how is he being a little insensitive or maybe just out of touch?
I'm going to go off the rail and say that he was not being resistant to her feelings at all, because his feelings are crushed at this point. He was going to get married, they were going to move, you know.
Protect himself.
Yeah. And at this moment in his life, he feels like he's figured it out. And then all that is taken away by this scandal.
Yeah.
So, damn her.
Okay, moving on then.
Yes.
Daphne comes around at the end of the episode. She looks back around to Marina and tells her that she's sorry that she came at her, you know, that way. And that she understood she was just trying to find, you know, somebody to take care of her baby. And also offered to help her find her real baby daddy. Now, I thought that was nice of her. You know, after considering everything that was going on, honestly, I was just kind of confused at how nice all the Bridgertons were being about it, period. Because I feel like if that happened today, you know, we'd be at your front porch trying to, like,
box it out.
Yeah, trying to take care of something. But, like, Daphne and Simon came back to town to try to smooth things over. Daphne goes and apologizes and tries to, you know, find her real baby daddy. So, like, it kind of, when she was apologizing, it kind of made me feel like Daphne had this moment of, like, oh, I was judging you in your situation too much, you know. I'm not perfect either.
And I think that's when she got it.
Yeah.
I think it was like a reflection of her marriage itself.
Yeah.
She kind of jumped into it as well. That's the only good thing I can say about that scene, because I also feel like Daphne was being a little tiny bit messy.
She was.
Because it wasn't her place.
Yeah.
Your brother is heartbroken. I'm going to be focusing on my brother. I'm not going to be studying this girl. Yeah.
I did think it was odd when she came to the family house. What are you doing here? But the overall thing with this is Marina feeling really, really Jewish. Like, about the whole situation. And so we know, even in today's time, we still have unwed mothers right now.
Right.
So, like, how can you speak a little bit to that? Like, when you have these people that are just like, oh, you know, shame on you. How realistic, you know, is that a bit? Because, you know, just because you don't have a child, that don't mean you should have, could have, would have had one, you know? How can we be a little more compassionate?
And I'm not really a person that's like, oh, you need to be married, you need to be, you know, all this to have a baby. I, myself, think that it's okay to follow the rules, of course, but we also have to think about who made these rules. There are mothers out there that just want to have a baby instead of having a husband because that's going to make them feel complete. They don't need the man for that. So I'm in agreement with you on that, but I also feel that back in those times, it's just completely unacceptable. Because how old do we think Daphne is?
From what I've read, Daphne's like 15.
I was going to go with 15.
Yeah, like maybe she just turned 15, like 14, 15.
And you saw the part where the queen said, are y'all, you know, trying to...
Yeah, like you tried. He was like, we're putting all our efforts to it, which they have.
They have.
They was everywhere.
And I just don't feel like that's right. They need to just live their life for a little bit before they have a child. You know,
I agree. It's like, we see by the end of the season they do have a baby. And I'm just like, oh, have y'all even had an anniversary? Right. Have y'all even had an anniversary? Yeah. I totally agree with that. And so by the end of the episode, we see Marina take this homemade potion. She goes in the kitchen, picking it up in the crock pot, and drinks this potion and just falls out. So essentially, she's trying to kill her baby. She's trying to give herself a homemade abortion because her plan with Colin has crumbled, and now she's like the outcast of the city, the pariah, the homewrecker.
Or a city she didn't even ask
to be in. Right, she could have stayed at home with all the folks.
Somebody just said Penelope's grimy as hell.
Oh, why is Penelope grimy? Come on, elaborate. So, Marina's out in the street with society, out in the streets with Colin. the Featheringtons, it's not like she was having a good time staying
Ooh,
there.
no. It was almost like a Cinderella story with it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that just,
It was.
I just didn't like it.
Now we see her taking this homemade potion. Can you talk a little bit about this, that pressure or shame she might have been feeling?
I think the shame was past what she could take.
Right, because we both agree she was trifling, but
Yes.
like,
But
that don't mean I want you to
the
listen.
other point was that Lady Featherington said that she didn't even know about the plan to trick her. I didn't like that. I didn't like
She was
that.
trying to save face. You know, everything in their society is about what others think it is.
Mhm.
It's not like, you know, they go home and shut their doors and have all these terrible situations going on.
Right.
They care so much
Yeah.
about how you look in the time. Oh, somebody saw you in the garden. Like, my
Mhm.
gosh.
Mhm.
It's a bit relevant to like social media today. Like, you know, you post your best shot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not your worst.
Not your worst.
Right.
Not your worst at all. Let's see. Penelope still grinding. So then we also see Eloise check in with Penelope at the same garden party where Lady Featherington said, I ain't had nothing to do with it.
Mhm.
And so I think this moment is important too because the two of them haven't really been on good terms lately.
Yes.
Eloise has been on her Lady Whistle Down hunt. You know, we know Penelope's been being Lady Whistle Down, but she's been caught up in Marina's thing, trying to keep her in college and getting together.
Right.
So they've been a little at odds lately.
Mhm.
But I did think it was good for Eloise to come in and like check in on her friend.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, I know the block is hot, stuff going down over there. How you feel?
How are you?
You there?
But she ain't worried about the rest of it.
No, she wasn't. Even when she was saying like, oh, we can get Lady Whistle Down to rewrite a new story. It was so that Penelope could have a chance in the American market again, like basically redeem her reputation.
Yeah.
And so maybe Penelope is grimy as hell because even when her and Eloise were having that conversation, Penelope knew she was like,
Right. It just was like, oh, okay.
And so, I mean, is she being a shady friend by not telling her bestie, like, actually, girl, I wrote the letter?
I think Penelope is Lady Whistledown because she does not get any recognition in her own house. I think it's a way to cope with how she feels without being the person to actually tell it.
She can be heard without saying.
Yes, like the face behind the mask.
Yeah.
You know, so
Oh, that's a good way to think about it.
I just put that
Coming
on
up here.
top of the Woo!
Right.
Hot right now.
Okay, so our second piping hot moment of the day is from Lord Featherington. So now we're shifting a bit over to the men.
Okay.
So we see Lord Featherington, who we know is a horrible gambler, who's like wasted away all of his family's money. And he goes to Will, the boxer, the Duke's friend, and propositions him like, hey, if you throw your next fight, I will win so much money, and we can split it, but it'll be worth you losing your reputation. What do you think about that? He's desperate out here trying to save his family. What do you think?
To get started, I wouldn't have trusted him anyway. I think the town talks enough to know that they didn't have any money. And that if he's coming to me, then I'm a little fishy.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that's just the grimy part. Maybe they're just grimy people.
Yeah, they are. They could be the whole family.
The whole family.
Now, that is a good point because these daughters did try to go get new dresses at the shop, and they couldn't get dresses because the lady was like, your bill is already due. You know, like, you already got a balance. You can't come in here and get no new stuff. So maybe the town did.
Yeah.
But I agree. I thought it was shady, and I thought he was taking advantage of Will.
I
Like,
think
he
so,
knows Will got all these kids. He got a family of his own to take care of. So it's like he went in. You know how they say that don't give a person while they're down. It's not like Will was already down, but he knew he was low.
Right.
You know, like
But
he knows he's trying to build himself up.
Why do you think that Simon didn't help Will?
I was wondering that as well. I think maybe it might just be a pride thing between men.
Okay.
You know, like maybe I just don't want to ask my friend to
Oh, yeah.
support me like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I do think if Will asked that Simon would help him.
Yeah.
I don't think he would not give him any money if he asked.
And I don't know, the wife was kind of like hinting every time that he was over there, like, hey, you know, we need a little bit of something.
And that's why I don't think Will was with him.
Right.
I don't think Will, like, when Simon went home, he was probably like, oh, shut up.
Right.
Like,
you
don't be
know
embarrassed
it.
like that. I'm out here being folks up trying to earn us money.
Yeah.
Out here throwing me under the bus.
And I want to do, like, the wives just not work back then.
I don't know what she did.
Because she got a lot of mouths.
Yeah, she got a lot of mouths.
input.
She got a lot of mouths. And then we see Lady Featherington had no idea that her husband was out here wasting all their money. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what they do all day. That's a big question.
Because those kids kind of grown.
What do they
Yeah.
do
I guess, and have callers.
Yeah, walk the garden.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Eloise is into the stay out of folks' business. I agree, Yolanda. I feel like Eloise needs to mind her own business and just search for Lady Whistle down.
Okay, Leah, I definitely think that Simon would have helped Will.
Because they're genuine friends.
Definitely.
Like, even when they be in the ring, like hitting each other,
Oh, yeah.
I'll be watching the TV like, my God, that's hard.
Yes.
Like, if you hit me like that, we ain't playing no more. And they still be boxing on. So that's cool. Let's see. Hey, Soraya, thank you for tuning in. Jessica says you always gotta watch The Quiet Ones.
Ooh, that's good, Jessica. I like that.
I agree. So let's get into our third piping hot moment of the evening. Simon finally opens up to Daphne about what went down with his father. So we, the viewers, know that Simon's dad was basically trash. Was ashamed of his son for having a speech impediment. Didn't really want to be around him. Didn't support him throughout his life. And so Simon, in turn, is just resentful. He's bitter, and now he doesn't want to have kids. Right.
So
now he finally tells this to Daphne. This is after she pins him down and basically rapes him in the last episode.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
You guys, let us know if you really think that sex scene was rape.
Okay.
What do you think, Jasmine?
I think she had the bad intention. I think her intentions weren't good.
Okay.
But Simon didn't look like he was being raped. Simon looked like he was shocked that she was pinning him down, And then last week our guest said too, like Daphne's so little, but she really pinning him down.
Was she really?
Right. I think her intentions weren't pure. I can't really say it was great because he really looked like he was enjoying it.
I'm gonna go with it was not.
He really looked like he was enjoying it. I think if he really wanted Daphne off of him,
he could have just
pushed her.
Yes.
But I think he was just a little shocked.
Yeah. And I think he was shocked that she was taking control.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm not going to tolerate it.
And we see Daphne kind of progressed through the season. Like, first when she speaks out to her mom, like, hey, girl, you didn't prepare me at all. When she tells Simon, like, I know you lying, Daphne's kind of like becoming more of a little grown woman here.
Yeah.
So just little,
she's coming into her own.
Yes, coming into her own on the time here. So she finally tells his Simon finally tells Daphne what's going on with his dad.
Oh, so one does think that Daphne raped him.
Okay, all right.
Oh.
Seems very tempting. Daphne raped him. I mean, I feel like Daphne would be in jail. By the law book, Daphne raped him. I feel like he would have a case. If he got up and said, I'm calling the cops, I do feel like he would have a case.
I think so.
I just think so, emotionally, he was enjoying it and just got fish.
Yep. But see, I'm gonna roll with that as the reason why it was not rape.
Yeah. Yes.
You see?
Yes.
Okay.
Daphne was being jailed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So how was his decision not to tell Daphne about his dad ahead of time? How was that unfair to her? Like, she's this newlywed, living this life, and she went into the marriage thinking he cannot have kids.
I blame the mama.
Okay.
Once again, because she didn't teach her anything.
She did not.
For her not to even know that is how to get pregnant, and you've had sex with him at least 10 times by now,
everywhere,
and you're not questioning in your head, well, why is he throwing me off of him or getting away from me? And at this point that he's climaxing, so I do think it's unfair for her because she's so naive.
Yeah.
It's almost like her childlike tendencies is what he's manipulating.
And it speaks of him, like he knew darn well that he was manipulating her. So that's what really upset me about it. Like, I just said I do it, devoted my life to you, and now I find out that you're manipulating me.
Moved away from family, all that.
Yeah, I was being pissed. You know how Cardi B said, put a teaspoon of bleach in your cereal? I might think about it.
Yeah.
So, and how is he like over punishing himself for his father's behavior? Like Daphne said a good point. She said, you're letting a dead man infringe on our relationship. Right. I'm here alive with you. You let this dead man basically throw salt on what we're trying to do.
Right. I think the fact that he exerts so much energy to his father's negativity, dead or alive, is going to be his downfall. Only because it's maybe 15 what was he, 15 when he came back and he could talk, he looked great, and the dad was just like, you know, that at this point he was a man, if we're gonna call it that, and his dad still was not accepting. So for him to feel that pain throughout his entire life, I understand, but it's selfish, it's unreasonable, and it's unrealistic. Period.
Now, so that brings up the note: does time really heal all wounds, then? Because his daddy was a piece of trash way back when he was young. And so, by this cliche here, grown man Simon shouldn't still be stuck on him.
Right.
So, what do you think?
I, from personal experience, do not agree with that statement that time heals all wounds. I think it puts a band-aid on the wounds for you to keep moving. I think you need to heal yourself. That's why we have therapy. You know, you kind of need to talk about the things that upset you. And he has not said a word. He's just out here boxing, getting beat on, and just taking it. So I'm going to say that the only thing that can heal him is the fact that he should want to be healed from that bondage.
I agree. You gotta want change for yourself. It doesn't matter how much somebody else may love you or want you to change, or how blatantly clear it may be that you need to change. If you don't want to change for yourself, it's not
gonna work.
Happen.
Right.
And I definitely agree too as well about time. Time being a band-aid. That's a good point. Because if you don't put in any work, all that's different is the date on the calendar. If you don't make a move and try to like improve yourself, nothing's gonna change.
Yeah.
But I also think in order to do so, you have to be honest with yourself about how you're feeling.
I agree.
And Simon was not.
It's like bottled up.
He was not able to be like, "Ooh, this hurt my feelings."
Yeah.
About it.
And he should have told the daddy that on his deathbed.
Yes.
He said to the children, right?
Right. Let's see. Of course, she should have communicated the reasoning, but she had wrong motives. She definitely did. Daphne was being right. Yes, let's see. I think it was also some fear of not knowing if he would be truly different than his dad. That's a good point too. Maybe he was afraid of turning into his dad. Like, I just don't want to be as horrible as my dad was to me, or maybe I don't know how to not be that. I have heard men say before, like, I don't know how to be a dad. I didn't have a good example. Right. So maybe he just could have not wanted to damage another child.
And that's a good perspective, because if he wasn't raised by his father. Because I'm going to assume that Lady Danbury had him.
Yeah, she seemed like she came in, like you wanted to swoop in and save that. She seemed like she came in and got him. And took him to her castle, and that was just it.
Yeah, that's a good observation.
Yeah, I don't think maybe anybody else even knows that he had like these issues.
Oh yeah, no, because he's so well put together. And that's another reason why people are attracted to him now.
Yeah, you gotta be careful of your ladies. These good looking
packages.
Yeah, these good looking packages. You don't know. They might have y'all can be a bamboozled like that.
Yes.
Okay, now we're gonna get into our games and guesses this episode. For you guys watching who do not know Olivia, she is co-owner of Barnes Tending. It's a mobile bar catering service, and she be mixing it up with her husband and all of these fabulous little events, helping people make special moments, enjoy their days. So, since we saw, Marina fail trying to make her own little concoction up here in her own thing, I'm gonna ask a very expert to tell me what type of cocktails do you think would be appropriate for these special moments.
Okay, let's do it.
So let's say Super Bowl 55 just passed. What's a good Super Bowl party?
Oh, you need some kind of punch, some kind of rum punch, maybe a little Malibu, cranberry juice, pineapple, grenadine. Something you can sip on. Those days are long.
So are you gonna still be awake by the end of the night?
Right, just a little bit.
Okay,
because you know what's happening though.
Okay,
so you're not just flat out,
enough to be correct.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so what would be a good drink for our first lady? Well, not first lady, but our first Black VP here, Ms. Kamala Harris. Let's just think she's just finished her first day in office. She back at the house. What would be a good drink?
She needs a dry martini.
Okay.
Because she has had a long day. Y'all saw she run up and down her steps.
She does. Okay.
Yeah, she's trying to, get a little relaxation. Okay. So we're going to give her a dry martini.
Dry martini for our VP. Next up, and actually, thank God, today we got word that the Gorilla Glue girl actually got the glue out of her hair.
I was so concerned about her well-being.
I wasn't. I feel like she don't. I mean,
I agree.
I'm just not to be too insensitive, but I just feel like, what were you thinking?
And I want to know
Like, I'm sure she read it on the internet by now. Like, Gorilla Glue isn't even stored in the hair care section. Where did she how did you think that this would be appropriate for your head, even for a little bit? So I'm very happy it turned out well. And I didn't want her to get it out. And I was happy to see it looked like she still had edges.
Yeah, I was thinking
too. Yeah, I was like, she gonna have to shave her head. Like it's fine.
It's over with, yeah.
She don't have no hair no more.
But shout out to the black doctor.
Her head. But shout out to the black doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see his face, but his arms looked cute. They had nice attack.
Yeah, he's a chocolate man.
Okay, good. So, okay, in celebration of getting the glue out her hair, what type of cocktail does she need?
Oh Lord, she needs like something strong and stiff like her hair. I would definitely give her maybe like a cotton monster.
Okay.
Something a little classy to bring her back to life.
Okay.
She's gonna have a long journey ahead.
I mean, hope so.
She missing some inches of hair.
She is. It was some patches in there.
Yeah.
She still had most of her edges.
Oh, you mind? I didn't know she was 40 either until
yes. That was another thing that had me saying she was dumb. Now, 40 years old.
You're right. I'm with you.
In your hair, girl. 40, you probably got a child. You know, like that's something I would expect a kid to do, maybe.
But not a grown one.
Not a whole one. Yeah. I feel like at 30, like I'm stepped into a grown woman age. Like 46. Mm-hmm. Okay, Kelly Rowland just had her baby.
Yes.
What would be a good? So she probably had been drinking for 9 months. What would be a good back in the game drink for her?
Kelly just needs some champagne.
Okay, that's what
just something to kind of make her feel good about herself. Because I know women go through so much. Mm-hmm. So she just needs a really nice glass of maybe some Moet. Just get her through. You know, okay. So a little celebration.
All right, last but not least, what would be a good signature drink for Simon and Daphne's wedding?
Oh, they need a lemon drop.
Okay.
They need a lemon drop martini.
Why lemon drop?
So I love lemon drops, and it puts me in a happy place. You know, a little sour, a little sweetness, kind of a little sour. But I think that would be good for them.
All right, I agree. I would think that lemon drop. Their wedding was pretty cute too.
It was. And I was proud of her because she pulled it together.
She did. Okay, guys, that is going to wrap up this episode of TheJasmineTea. Olivia and I are actually about to hop over to another area and do a bonus interview. You guys will be able to listen to that on the podcast. It will be out next week. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, in between time, we're getting ready for Bridgerton episode 8 next Thursday at 7. So if you have any questions, comments, or observations, anything you want us to discuss, email it to TheJasmineTea@gmail.com. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining our conversations. Hello, Olivia.
Hey guys, I'm Olivia. My husband and I own Barnes Sydney, and that's how we met lovely Jasmine. She wrote a beautiful article on us, so hit her up if you need any press releases. And I'm just happy to be here.
Great. We will see you guys next